funny. Yeah, yeah.
And when did you start evolving and creating the blissful living for you's Unstoppable Women, the summit?
So here's the thing. Remember when I was sharing the story that I started the telecommunications installation company because I couldn't get hired as a female as an electrical engineer in Silicon Valley?
Right.
I had experiences that that were very quite interesting. I had guys tell me that they weren't going to let me be successful. They didn't want no girl playing in the boys' playground. They didn't want a black woman playing in a white boys' playground. I got hired for jobs where I got hired because I had pretty legs. I was told to wear shorter skirts, or I got hired because I was cute. You know, may not have been qualified for the job, but I got hired because I was cute, you know, that kind of stuff. And so when the Me Too movement and as women started coming out, it just kind of hit home with me. And, you know, I went on with life and did and, you know, conquered and you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm that bad type of chick. But when the Me Too movement came out, it kind of took me back to the 80s when I was experiencing some of these things these ladies were talking about. Like, I wasn't sexually harassed. Well, not to the extent that they were talking about, but I was definitely sexually discriminated against. And that did not exist in the 80s. And so I kept saying, oh, you know, I need to, you know, I'm so happy that these women are coming out. And I was meditating and got another download. And when I get these downloads from God, it's like, oh, no, what do you want me to do now? You know, what do you want me to try now? But I'm very faithful because, you know, the download that God gave me was the download that healed me. So I'm always listening, always attentive to it because I know it's something important. So the download was I needed to do something and I needed to create a movement to unite women. And I kind of like, who am I? Nobody knows me. I'm not anybody. I don't have any closeness to anybody. Now, I do have a cousin that was in law school with Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, and Michelle Obama was their law school mentor. So I do have a cousin that was that is still real close to the Obamas. They're like, you know, homies, so to speak. So I was like, oh, I don't want to reach out to him, you know, because, you know, everybody's always reaching out to somebody when they want something. So anyways, you know, I just discounted it. Well, one night I was sleeping and I sat straight up in my bed because God was talking to me. And it wasn't an option that I could not do it. It was what I need and should do. And so the whole Unstoppable Woman Summit came about because women are powerful, and I don't think we realize the power that we have. And we are the change agents in the world. We are the caretakers. We create harmony. We create synergy. We don't destroy. Our purpose is not to destroy, but to build up. And so when we unite, we become a very, very powerful, unstoppable force. And if you think about when the Me Too movement started coming out, it took that first woman to be brave enough to say something. And then it gave confidence for all the other women in all different arenas that had experienced whatever to come out and tell their story. And that movement became powerful because those women united against their perpetrators, so to speak. And so it was like, I have to do this. I have to bring women together, and I have to bring us together to unite and support each other and to inspire, motivate, elevate, you know, build connections, build a community, because we are the ones that are going to change the world. And not only here in the U.S., this movement is supposed to go around the world. And so that is how it came together, the Unstoppable Woman Summit. And I want women to know that there is nothing you cannot accomplish. When you have a sisterhood, when you have the power of other women behind you, elevating you up. When you think of a balloon bouquet, think of that balloon that's at the top. And when that balloon rises, all the balloons rise. When we have women that rise, that are at the top, we can all rise and do it together when we are united. And we connect with each other, and we inspire, motivate, and strengthen each other. We can do it. We are so darn powerful. And so that is how the Unstoppable Woman Summit came about, because I want women to know, no matter what it is that you're doing, you want to do, you think you should do, you thought you couldn't do, you can do it. And now's the time for you to do it. You're going to have support. You're going to have a community. You're going to have women with you that wants to see you succeed, because there's success for all of us. No matter who you are, you should not ever be vengeful, jealous, resentful because another sister, Black, white, Asian, brown, whatever, succeeds. You need to take that energy of them succeeding and build that energy upon within yourself, because it's that energy that's going to be the catalyst to help you be successful no matter what. I'm a living proof of that. Things weren't always easy, but I knew that I was destined to succeed, and there was nothing and nobody that was going to stop me from succeeding no matter what I wanted to do. And so that is basically how that movement came about. When I was a little girl running track and field, and I started running the 400 meters, there was a gentleman that used to practice at the track that I used to practice at, that we practiced at. And this gentleman started watching me, and he would see me get so frustrated and so sad and so down on myself. And he pulled me aside one day and he said, you know what? He said, what's your name? And I said, Rochel Marie. And he says, you know what? He goes, you got it. You got it. You just got to stop getting down on yourself. You got to use that energy that you take and get that you use to get down on yourself, and incorporate that energy to be successful and do whatever it is that you want to do, because there is nobody and nothing in this world that can stop you from succeeding. If you want to be a 400 meter runner and you want to win these races, you can do it. You just got to take that energy that they're spewing out that's negative and turn it into positive energy. And that positive energy is going to ignite the flame and the fuel in you to be successful. And I still remember that conversation. Now, this gentleman is no longer a gentleman. He is now a she. And so I just thought, wow, it's something I need to do. And when I shared the story about what this gentleman had told me, I didn't know who he was. He was just a white guy out there, doing track and field stuff. Lo and behold, 1976 Olympics come on. I'm watching the Olympics, and the guy that had talked to me was actually Bruce Jenner. And he would be out there every day with me, watching me, telling me, giving me little pointers for 6, 7, 8 months. And then when the Olympics came, I didn't see him anymore because he was the gold medal decathlon winner. And so whenever I think about, stopping in my tracks and letting these what ifs, what if this doesn't work right? What if, I have challenges? What if I'm not successful? What if I fail? I always remember some of the things that Bruce told me, which is now Caitlin, but I always remember failure. There are no failures. It's just a lesson in learning what not to do. So the next time you do it right. You will always be successful. No matter if you will always be successful if you keep moving forward. Even if you have to take a baby step forward, that's a success, because you're not taking that baby step back. There's nothing that can stop you from doing what you want to do except for yourself. And when you unite yourself with people, like-minded people that want the same thing as you and want to see you succeed, because they succeed, when they see you succeed, you become unstoppable. And so there we have it, the Fierce, Fearless, and Unstoppable Woman Summit.
Oh, I see how you did that there. Okay. I like it. And that's another thing that caught me about you, because when I speak to young women, young boys as well, it's kind of it's that concept of you can keep moving, you can grow. What do you want to do? Okay, now work hard to get that. Doesn't matter if you want to do a job that, quote unquote, air quote, that's a man's job. You want to be a mechanic? Be a mechanic. Be the best mechanic you can be. And so I was like, "Oh, we got something in common. This is gonna be a good talk."
Yeah. I appreciate your kind words. I think our energy resonates. And look, we just two bad chicks, right? We two bad chicks, two bad sisters that the world better recognize, because we're fierce, fearless, and unstoppable. But there's a whole realm of other women that are just like us. They just don't know it, and they don't believe they have the support system. And some people just need a little bit of inspiration and motivation. You know, they just need, sometimes you just need a cheerleader to tell you, girl, it's okay, I've been there, done that, keep on moving. Here, let me hold your hand and I will help you to take that baby step forward or that giant step forward or whatever it is. There, you know, you can take your passion, something that you're passionate about, something that you absolutely love, that you would do if you didn't get paid to do it, you would still love to do it. You can take that and turn that into your purpose and turn that into a profit. And so, you know, the Unstoppable Woman Summit is just that for me. But I want to share one other little caveat that's going to put the nail on the head with this. So we have women that serve in the military. And I just told you I'm in San Antonio, Texas. So the military city, USA. Our women veterans are invisible. I have nieces that are served in the military. I have friends. I have a good friend that's the first African-American female combat pilot served in the military. I have other friends that female served in the military that have done some phenomenal things, but you will never hear their story because you will never see them anywhere. Because when we look at TV and we see them talk about veterans, when you hear the word veteran, what pops into your head? It ain't a woman, it's a man. Mm-hmm. When you see them talk about the wounded warriors on TV, they don't show no women, they show men. Women are invisible in the military and they do a lot of things. You know, there's some generals, there's that African-American gal that is, I don't know the correct term, but she runs that, she's an admiral or whatever it is of the ship. You know, we got women that are generals, but you will never, ever see or hear about them because the premise is that the military is all about men. And so I'm like, this just sickens me. You know, it sickens me. And so I reached out to an organization, several of them, but only one responded, and it was the Women's Veterans Alliance. And I said, I want to give back. I'm doing this summit. I want to bring women together. I want women to recognize women. I want these women vets to be recognized. I want to help. What can I do? When that gal told me statistics about how many women have such a hard transition from military life to civilian life, it blew my mind. It's staggering. I invite anybody listening to this to go check it out. It will blow your mind. They lose their support system. A lot of them become homeless. It's terrible that we are allowing our women vets to suffer like this in silence, invisibly. And so with the the Unstoppable Woman Summit, part of the proceeds for our live events, which are kind of postponed a little bit due to COVID-19, but part of the proceeds will go to supporting women veterans, and I want to support military wives or military spouses as well, because they serve just like their spouses, their partners who are in the military, they serve as well. And so part of the whole Unstoppable Woman Summit is bringing all of us women together, our military gals, our regular old sisters, you know, everybody, all women, bringing us together because we got some stuff happening in the U.S. that should not be happening, particularly to women, but just particularly in general. And I think it is us women, again, that will be the change agents. It's time for us to be recognized for the strength, the spirit, the smarts, the wittiness, the nurturing, the change, the power that we have. It's time for us to be recognized, and it's time for us to unite, and I'm all about that.
So with this, and if those listening are feeling the way I am by just speaking with you, how do people reach out to you?
So you can reach out to me. You can definitely go to my website, which is Blissful Living, 4 and the letter U.com. And you can find out all about all the stuff I'm doing. You can find out about the Unstoppable Woman Summit. I'm all over social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm in LinkedIn. I'm just that girl. I'm just that chick that it's just a little bit. I'm just everywhere, a little bit everywhere. Mm-hmm. So you can find me. You know, I'm on YouTube. I have YouTube, although my YouTube, I'm going to say this week, you know, I don't have a whole lot of followers, but I got a lot of stuff on there. But definitely on the other mediums with regards to social media, definitely can find me. I have a ton of followers. And I do, too, have my own podcast called Blissful Living. So there's many ways you can find me if you really, truly want to find me and just join the movement and be one of those, you know, chicks or hey, very smart men that want to support some fierce, fearless, and unstoppable women, or got fierce, fearless, and